Hello, everyone, and welcome to the special edition of WWH Podcast. This is for the Royal Rumble. We're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble that happened this Sunday. A lot of things have happened. And of course, I am here with my three regular hosts, Demi May. And I guess I should say this if you haven't watched the Rumble, it's on replay now. The new World Tag Team Champions, Old School, or as I like to say, Johnny V and Levenator.
Hashtag boom.
Adrian, if you're going to say it, let's say it right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, WWH is proud to bring to you their new WWH Tag Team Champions of the World, the real athlete Johnny V, the Australian sensation Levenator. We are Old School.
Hashtag boom. Can I fit that in there one more time? Hashtag boom. There you go.
Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through each match, and we're going to describe what happened, how it happened, basically just give our thoughts overall.
Exactly, because let me make it point blank clear as day. The Royal Rumble was one of the best shows of all time since the reincarnation of WWH. You had everybody turning out. You had a lot of guys giving everything that they could, and you saw some surprises, some expectations, but top to bottom line, a stellar pay-per-view from beginning to end.
Yep, and we're here at the headquarters. We're possibly going to get the buy rates either tomorrow or the next day, and once we figure out how much it is, then we decide just mathematics on how much as I guess Ryan Reigns' niece will be received, because all proceeds are going to that. We just need to figure out, okay, how many buy rates we just got. That's the main issue that we're having. So that won't happen.
But let's just put it this
tomorrow.
way, it's going to be a lot of money, and she's going to be very well taken care of for the rest of her life.
Oh, exactly. How could you not be when there's a guy like the Real Athlete and there's a guy like the Aussie sensation Big Lev, and they're one of your main event attractions of a card? You're going to get multi-million dollars. You're going to get an ass every 18 inches. Those T-shirts are going to be sold. The Old School #1 foam finger is going to be waving in the air. You know the money's going to be flowing in. And I'm proud to have taken part of that. So is Lev, and here we go going forward.
All right, so let's get started. The first match on the card was the Hardcore Championship between Killer and Chris Orton.
Shh, you can't call him Killer anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he changed his name.
All right, okay, so it's Caleb Foster or Caleb Foster. I don't know what he wants to call. I don't know how he wants to say
Just
it.
say Caleb.
I'll say Caleb for
Call
now.
him Lebby.
Whoa. This isn't like some Caitlyn. Some
Hey.
Caitlyn Jenner shit, right? There wasn't like a switch there or nothing.
No.
How do you go from Killer to Caleb? That sounds like going from Joe to Hunter. Like it just seems something off. It just seems a little off. No lie.
Yeah, it is. He never. I don't know if he explained it yet, but he went through a huge makeover. So anyway, Caleb, he got the win. But however, Chris Orton really showed, like, he did his best. Now, granted, it's a hardcore match, and there was a lot of blood, in this.
In a hardcore match, I am shocked. Shocked, I say.
I know, but there was one spot in particular where he used a barbed wire crown on Chris Orton, I believe, and I haven't seen that used in a good while. I don't know how long have you guys seen it, that type of deal. So, but in the end, Caleb, it's gonna get a little getting used to saying his name. Not gonna lie, I'm so used to saying Killer. It's just all of a sudden it's Caleb. It's like, okay, he's still Killer to me. Damn it!
You've got to respect.
You can call him Caleb. You can call him Jimmy Walker. You could call him Richard Nixon. I don't care. It's Killer. It's Killer. And when it came to this match, Killer brought it. There was obviously the connotations of these are the guys from Demolition. You're setting the standard. This is your show. You're the top two guys. What are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, they're the top two guys of Demolition.
Exactly. And Demi, you can agree. Both of them brought it. Both of them brought it. I mean, you got your spot. I got my spot. We both know we're on Showdown, baby. We know what it means to be a WWE superstar. These guys, they get it. These are the guys that set the standard for Demolition, and they set that standard on Sunday night at the Royal Rumble. They let it be known to the rest of that crowd, this is what you're going to have to do if you want to be the hardcore champ. And Killer showed, I'm the standard bearer for where you got to be. Change your name all you want. Killer, you are the peak of Demolition right now. Congrats, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but we also got to give credit to Chris Orton. He put up a strong fight against Killer. He proved that he deserved that number one contendership. Granted, he didn't win it, but he's kind of letting the other Demolition guys know, like, you gotta step up now. Now that Chris Orton's out of the way, who's gonna be the next challenger? Per se.
Exactly. And no offense to Chris Orton, but here's the deal. Chris Orton, if you're listening, here's the reality of everything I'm talking to you. There is 4,972,348 goddamn Ortons in WWH. Pick a different last name. Williams, Robinson, Smith, Jacoby. I don't care. Please, we got enough Ortons. You'd be a little bit extra special if you just weren't an Orton. It's that easy. Other than that, Chris Orton, awesome match. This was the epitome of how to start a pay-per-view. These guys came out, blood, guts, sweat, and tears. They left it in the ring. Killer, Caleb, Jimmy, Jacob, whatever the hell his name is, came out on top. But both of them set the standard for the amazing matches that followed, and it started with that first phenomenal match.
And now
I've got it. I think I got it. He's an Orton, which means that he's the grandson of Cowboy. He's the son of Cowboy Bob, right? I know what we can do. Chris, if you're listening, your new name is now going to be Cowboy Chris Kane because it ain't being used by anyone else anymore.
Oh! Can we get a rim shot? Can we get a rim shot? DJ.
Wow.
Boom. There it is. Holy shit.
Wow. All right, now moving on, let's talk about the second match, which these two were a part of. That was the World Tag Team titles, Old School versus Bullet Club, and let's just get into it.
Hey, Demi. I seem to have this vague recall when you spent last month saying we couldn't beat the Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, you couldn't.
You spent last week saying
you couldn't beat Bullet Club. The only reason you beat Bullet Club is because my brother, this stupid idiot, allowed you guys to win.
Allowed us? Bullshit. They were getting their butts kicked all over that ring. They were in the ring with the real athlete and the Australian sensation. The fact that Xavier attacked them didn't mean that he helped us win. They were going to lose no matter what.
He did. You can't win. You can't win against Bullet Club on your own.
Of course we can.
You can't. You can't.
We can.
You can't.
But I will say that, okay, like I will say this.
Watchtower, go ahead.
I will say this. There was some very good tag team wrestling. There very was. All four really wanted to show like this is tag team wrestling. And now that Old School are the new champs, are you guys basically saying like we're here to make this division stronger, or what's your motive as a tag team?
Well, let me interject here. Let me make it point blank because Demi and Lev just went on their tangent. Here's the end result. Lev and I wouldn't have done this if it wasn't for real. And if you know anything about Lev and I, we don't do anything half-assed. There is no, maybe this is something we want to do. No, we're going to do it or we're not. We are your new World Heavyweight Wrestling Tag Team Champions of the world, period. Point blank. We keep that going forward. No, Demi, I understand. You've got your demons to exercise. That's all fine and dandy. The end result is you line up to us. Line forms in front. Deli is open. Do you want pastrami? Do you want some sliced ham? Doesn't matter. You're not getting it unless you go through Lev and I. That's it. Want the Swiss? Come get it, baby. It's right here. We are your World Heavyweight Wrestling Team Champions of the world.
Back.
Okay. Now,
and pigs will fly and Adrian will get laid. What are your chances there?
That happens every night. Thank you. So
Your right hand doesn't
gotta
count,
catch up.
Adrian.
You gotta catch up for the real athlete. That's like every 25 minutes. Let's go. Come on, Watchtower. You gotta hang
every
out.
every 25 minutes. Okay.
That's right. Lev
Do you have
knows.
Randy that much of a beck and call?
No.
You know, we got the sock rule. We got the sock rule. The sock's on the doorknob. You stay the fuck out. It's that simple.
Oh, jeez. Okay. No, but I will. There is that interesting fact that you guys brought up where there was a masked man, which turns out it was Xavier that cost the Bullet
Yeah, I'd
Club the
like to
world.
point out at this point, you're saying we couldn't beat the Bullet Club, but you can't even keep your own family in line, Demi. You can't blame us because your brother wanted to get involved in our match. You can't say
He's a
we
dick.
couldn't beat the Bullet
He's
Club.
a dick. He's a dick.
We beat the Bullet Club. The fact that your family is so dysfunctional that one of your members tried to help us is not our fault.
He's a dick. He doesn't count as family. He's a dick.
Well,
It's the fact that he's a dick.
He's not a real.
That Sunday night he tasted dick, and we're the world heavyweight tag team champions of the world. It's that easy. We are the epitome of the best, and we're making it known. Randy Fields, have your world heavyweight championship. Ashley Renee, congrats on the international championship. We'll get that in a little bit, but the end result is if you want to be a tag team, you go through Lev and I. And if you don't, shut up or own up. And that's it. Plain and simple. We are the bar. Come reach it. End of story.
yeah. So now, who knows what's going on with Xavier's mind? We don't know why. Did he give in his intentions? Who knows? That'll be later. But for now, yeah, old school are now the new tag champions. However, Bullet Club does have a rematch. So the big question is this going to happen at WrestleMania or at the Road to WrestleMania event?
We'll see
So,
what happens. Showdown. Showdown's going to be let's see what happens.
yep.
What do they bring? What do we bring? We got a show coming up. Let's do this.
Yep. And of course, we had a segment from Lisa Brooks basically explaining on why she got fired. And, basically no one heard her side of the story, but
In other words,
I
with a
don't.
bunch of sour grapes.
yeah.
I don't care.
And okay, next match was the Bombshells Championship, Morgan McGinn versus Soraya Waters. Now, this was actually a surprisingly good match. Both of them really brought it. And at the end of the day, Morgan McGinn is the new Bombshells champion. And as well as Soraya getting promoted to Showdown. So now on Demolition, if anybody happens to miss out, that's also on replay. The Rock came out and said we're gonna have a tournament to have a 5 bombshell ladder match at the Road to WrestleMania event, including the Bombshells champion. So 2 matches have already been announced for Demolition. I don't have that in front of me yet because this is a special edition of Royal Rumble, so nothing with Showdown or Demolition involved. This is just purely Royal Rumble. So Morgan McGinn, just both of them fought back and forth, did a great job, and just I think Soraya was surprised by Morgan. I don't know what you guys think of it, but Morgan is showing that she's now
Morgan is showing that she has what it takes to be the Bombshell champion. She's been saying it for weeks, and she's finally stepped up and actually shown that what she's saying is true.
right. Have either of you, Johnny V or Levonair, watched or see this match? After you guys came to the back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Morgan McGinn has always been like, it's not my cup of tea, but I get the character. I get it, and I get where they're going. So I totally appreciate it. If the fans dig it, baby, that's what I'm talking about. And guess what? Morgan McGinn sells t-shirts and also tells a story in the ring. And that's what counts. So Morgan McGinn came out that night. Here's the great part of the whole story. Like you said before, Soraya Waters, your defending champion, she's coming up to Showdown. She's got a chance. Now she's got a shot at being world champ, international champ, going for the tag champs, whatever. But both players walked out of this match out on top. They both walked out better than they walked in. And kudos to both wrestlers because at the Rumble, they both put up their stuff and both of them were goddamn lights out. And that's from the Real Athlete for real.
Yep. Now, moving on, the next match was the international championship match, which, aside from, I don't know,
Demi coughed up. Demi coughed up.
I
Sorry.
didn't cough up anything. I don't know what international championship they're parading around with, because I sacrificed mine, so I don't know what one you got.
well, a new belt had to be made because you sacrificed it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sitting on the dumper Friday morning and I'm on the cell phone. I'm just flipping through and I'm like, oh, shit. Demi dropped the international title. Okay, there we go. That was how I found out. We're talking 2 days before the show. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, I guess that's how it's going.
Yep.
Why did you do that? Let me ask that first. Let me ask a pertinent question. Demi, while we got you here, before we even get into this match, what was your defining factor of dropping that title? Now, we all know you had the heavyweight title weighing on your mind. Was that the sole reason, or was there something else coming in line?
That was one of the sole reasons. The other was the sacrificing. That was on my mind. I needed to sacrifice something to be able to move forward. I needed to sacrifice something,
So you're saying
as well as
give what you
the
gave
heavyweight
Randy
being on my
Fields.
mind.
So you're saying mind you, the match you and Randy Fields put on at the main event was beyond spectacular. But what you're saying is if the international title was hanging on your left shoulder and the world title was hanging on your right, you couldn't give Randy what he needed with that international title on your conscience.
hmm I lost to Randy, and I was going to do everything in my power to not lose to him again. And so giving up that belt, sacrificing it to Lucifer, that's something I had to do.
Well, as they say, Lucifer was not on your side. So,
No, but it means I get to kill my brother now too.
well, yeah, there's that. So let's talk about the international again.
Let's
There
do
was
it. Go
some.
back to it. That was an awesome match. 4-way.
That
It
was.
was a really good four-way match. It was between Equinox, Ryan Payne, Ashley Renee, and Nick Sanderson.
And all four men did all four, and the lady threw everything at it, and it
just
They
say
did.
paid
people.
off.
Just say people.
Yeah, they did.
um, but yeah, there was some really good spots, including one where trying to remember where Equinox uses one of the ladders to Ashley Renee, and then as he hit Ashley Renee, Nick Sanderson does like a top rope cross body to both of them, and the ladder was in between them. So he used his body to hit the ladder to hit Equinox and Ashley Renee, and then
And
Ryan Payne hits the hollow point, I believe, onto a ladder as well. I can't remember that well. It'll be, again, all of this is on the replay, so but in the end, everyone thought that Nick Sanderson was going to win it. He was right there about to reach it, but then Asher Renee lifts the ladder and he goes through a table to the outside. And Asher Renee wins the international title.
And a bravo moment for Ashley, because she
Yep.
has been a great player, a great wrestler for WWH for years, and to see her get a title like a national title is a great thing for her, and I'm very proud for her.
Yeah. Except for the fact that Ryan Payne attacked her after the match.
Well, Ryan Payne's always been an asshole, so
Yeah, well,
yeah, I mean,
he's just a sore loser.
Yeah, I mean,
Ashley deserves it, and Ashley took it, and she's worked her ass off. I know she's worked her ass off. We are friends, as people may or may not know. And yeah, she took it, and she is now your champion.
Yeah, and of course, if people watched it, and we'll recap a little bit, Ryan Payne hits the hollow point to Ashley onto a table on the outside, which he basically, from the looks of it, he snapped. This is the second pay-per-view where he lost a big match. Well, actually, yeah, a big match, and he's not
He
taking
lost
it.
a ladder match.
Yeah, he lost
Second ladder match.
another ladder match. So he's not too happy about it. So we'll see where that goes. But
What do you
I,
think his chances are of getting a third ladder match in the next pay-per-view and losing again?
he's he's probably gonna go after literally everybody. So
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Hey, listen, my perception on this match is plain and simple. It was a four-way, and it was great. Number one four-way in my lifetime was that one time at the Bunny Ranch, Lev, where it was me, a Russian, a Lithuanian, and an Ethiopian. That was a wild night. I think you still got it on your cell phone. But outside of that, this four-way match was one of the most incredible matches I've ever seen in my life. First off, props to Ashley Renee. She is a worthwhile and worthy international champion going forward. The girl knows it. Much like I've said on this podcast before to Demi, being a world champ, much props to Ashley Renee for being our new international champion. But outside of that, Nick Sanderson, Ryan Payne, Equinox. I'll say that slightly. Equinox, hey, bro, pick it up. I'm world number one world contender. I deserve this. I deserve that. And you have your shot and you're fourth when we talk about it. This is your wake up call, son. Get it or don't get it. It's that simple. You had your shot. You didn't get it. You had it. Maybe you had it. No, you didn't. Oh, fuck. Where is it? I don't know. It's up to you. That's where Equinox is. Last I'll mention it. But Sanderson, Renee, and Payne fucking delivered for WWH. This was my favorite match of the card. It beat the main event. It beat my own match with Lev winning the World Tag Team titles. It beat the Royal Rumble. This was the match of the night in my fucking eyes.
all right, and moving on, we'll see what happens on Showdown. We'll see what Ashley has to say if she still has the energy to be at Showdown. I mean, she is the new international champion.
She gonna be fine. That's a tough girl right there. A tough girl.
Very true. So, but the big question is, will Ryan also show up too? Because he's
Lev and I know Ryan. We know Ryan. If you're gonna underestimate Ryan Payne, then
you're gonna suffer for it.
Yeah, he's gonna bring the pain.
Yeah. So
motherfucker's last name isn't Payne for no reason. There's a purpose. He brings it. Learn it, live it, or love it.
This is true. And now the world heavyweight title match.
Oh, Demi, you ready? Demi, settle down.
It was between Randy Fields and Demi Man.
Hey,
this was
guys agree that we're all gonna talk before Demi does? Because she's gonna go off for 7.5 hours.
Yeah, that is true. Now we'll say that this was basically the tiebreaker match because Demi won one and Randy has won one against each other. So this was the tiebreaker. This was possibly one of the best matches that these
every single match from tonight from the Rumble card you could say was one of the best matches of the card. This one, they both knew it was at stake. They both knew what the other could do, and they both brought it all for it. But unfortunately, Randy Fields brought something that Demi May didn't. Her own brother.
Point blank. I couldn't have said any better. Let me make this point blank and clear. Lev and I, our biggest thing with Old School, holding these World Tag Team Championships so proudly like we do. But the point of what we're doing is that we're doing it to promote the business and let everybody know how it's supposed to be done. If you want to know how it's supposed to be done, go back to that world title match at the Royal Rumble. Watch what Fields did. Watch what Demi did. Not only was it a title match, you're looking at two former world champions. They set the standard. Those are the ones before you. So the John Blades and the Equinoxes and the Jacob Cass and the Blackouts, the Damages and the Bye Bye Rage, Chris Kane, I don't give a fuck. When you come here, look at those two. Look at those two. Look at the program they just gave you for 3 months of their fucking lives. They did it. If you didn't follow the story, shame on you. They poured their hearts out, both of them. And they both gave you a storyline that is equal to anything from here on in WWH to right down to the Odysseus by Homer. It was epic shit. If you weren't paying attention, shame on you. Kudos to Randy Fields and Demi May. That was one of the best goddamn things I've seen in a long time in this business.
Yeah. And there's nothing to be ashamed about that. However, now Randy Fields has a huge target on his back now, I guess you could say, because
we're
Randy's
getting
had a
to the
target on his
main
back since
event.
the day
We're
he
finally
walked
going to
in.
talk
I
about
know,
the
I
Rumble,
know,
right?
yeah, because the reason why is because now we're moving on to the Royal Rumble match.
Exactly.
So,
Oh,
so let's get this going. Um,
what did I tell you?
number now let's talk about who entered at number one, and we're gonna talk about eliminations and who came out as well. So number one, everyone knew this already. It was Travis Levette.
Yeah,
Um,
your boy Lev didn't do so well, did he?
No, Lev did
From what
fine. Whoa. Lev did fine.
No,
Travis Levette.
I meant Lev as in
she means Levitt's my boy, and he is. And 9 times out of 10, I'm very proud of him. I know he was training hard for the Rumble, but I think he may have taken John
Burnt
Blade a
out.
little bit too. It's only John Blade who cares, and he paid for it. And everyone's had those moments, so it's up to him to bounce back.
then the people don't know, John Blade entered at number two, and those two went at it for a little bit, but in the end, John Blade eliminated Travis Levette. Um, number three was let me. It says
Chris Matthews.
yeah, Chris Matthews came as number three, and he eliminated John Blade. And then number four was Chris Orton, and those two went at it for a good while. And then number five was his Chris Orton's girlfriend, Harlow Michaels, and they just double teamed Matthews for a good while. And then Lily
That
Walker.
sounds ridiculously dirty. They double teamed Chris Matthews. Chris, bro, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel for you, bro. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
Yep. Lily Walker came out as number six, but got eliminated by Harlow Michaels. Jacob Cass came out at number seven, and then Everett Aloni came out as number eight, but Jacob Cass eliminated him. And then
Everyone's favorite athlete.
Johnny V came out as number nine, and he went after everybody. Didn't you,
Oh,
JV?
yes, I goddamn did. I wasn't, I had spent weeks and weeks and weeks on this podcast saying, I don't need to win. I don't care if I win. I never once on one podcast said I couldn't win. And that's the difference. Y'all learned that the hard fashioned way. I showed you. I showed you what I was capable of. That was the whole point going forward. I didn't care if I won. I really didn't. But God damn it, if you were going to win it, you were going to go through me to do it.
And number 10 was Chris Kane, but he got quickly eliminated by Jacob Cass. Number 11 was Carlos Cruz, but he got eliminated by Johnny V.
Was Kane like the fastest elimination in WWH history?
No, I believe that was either. I think that was Equinox who got, because no, actually.
Oh God, that's the Equinox, really?
I think it was either Equinox or somebody from Demolition, because when I was watching, someone slid in and someone grabbed that person and just used their momentum and just threw him out.
Where is this podcast going? Grab that person. This sounds so dirty. Where the hell is
weird?
Yeah, no, that was Equinox.
Yeah, that was Equinox. Okay, that was Equinox. Then.
What the hell happened?
I'm trying to remember.
He's turning it around so it's soft porn. He's drawing people in.
Very funny. But
if it was wanted to be soft porn, he'd make you talk more, Demi.
He's got Randy for that.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Number 12 was a debut on in the Royal Rumble, was Isis Payne, Randy Payne's sister.
Randy Payne.
Ryan, sorry.
Yeah, Demi's right. He's trying to turn it into soft porn.
I haven't had caffeine yet, so go eat. So
Randy Fields.
Apparently, there's many things you haven't had.
Very funny.
It was a much simpler life when there was just Randy Savage.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Much simpler life. There's too many Randys.
Yeah, that
Feel
There's
is
too
true.
many Randys like there's too many
Randys.
Ortons.
Yeah.
Now, but Isis Payne, she had a strong showing in this Royal Rumble match. No joke. She actually showed that the Payne family, they're tough. They're tough people. Um, Rose Cortez came out at number 13, um, while as she came out, Isis and Jacob went at it. Um, Brady comes out as number 14. Annalise came out as 15. Soraya Waters came out as 16, but she got eliminated by Isis Payne. Aphrodite came out as 17, but she got eliminated by Johnny V. You were there,
Boom.
Johnny. Yeah, you were there. And then
It wasn't Isis eliminated Soraya, it was Anne.
no, it says, are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, anyway, um, Jesse Jones is another debut in the Rumble. She
Number
entered at
18.
number 18. And then Stefan Rab entered at no who came out at number
Ryan
19.
Payne.
Ryan Payne came out at number 19, and then 20 was Stefan Rab.
Jake Gordon.
Was it?
Yep.
Okay, because I'm trying to look back because as we were going, it looks like on Twitter it had all the lists of who came out, and apparently it looks like Twitter deleted some of them. So, but anyway, Stefan Rab was number 21, which surprised a lot of people. That everyone thought he was just going to be like a quick and easy out, but he,
He put on a good show.
yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
exactly. Let me make
He
this
put
very
on a
clear
really
because
good show.
exactly. Demi, no offense, but you didn't really have a showing in the Royal Rumble. No, your
No.
boy Phil was in there, but I made quick work of him, and then he cost me. We'll get into that later. Come
Yeah.
showdown. But for right now, between Lev, Demi, and I'm the one that went the longest in the Rumble. And let me tell you right now, Stephen fucking Rob, I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't know where you come from, but brother, you got it. Brother, you got it. Stop standing in them shadows. Motherfucker, you're good. You're good. I'd like to see more of that motherfucker in WWH because that dude's got it. Point blank, plain and simple. He brought it at the Rumble. I don't forget it. I don't forget it. Where is that kid? Stop hiding behind Demolition. You don't need to be a trainer. We need your ass in the ring. You can do it. Go get it.
Yep. Also, Nick Sanderson entered at what? Trying to remember what number he entered. But he entered, I believe, after Payne, I think, or before Payne, one of the two.
Don't you
Yeah,
own this company?
I own
This
the company.
earth.
He doesn't know shit, JV. You should know that by now.
Oh my goodness.
Shut up, both of you. He entered at number
I
24.
bet
There
he
we
couldn't
go.
even tell you the name of all the millions of kids he's got either.
It's only 4. So shut up, Demi. Someone that's Miss Sour Loser here.
Yeah, exactly. If you line all mine up, I'm going to be on Maury Povich. You are not the father.
Yeah.
Sorry, Johnny V. Okay. No, trust me.
No,
Don't-
okay. Now, Ashley
That wouldn't really
Blaze.
be a sorry Johnny V. That'd be a oh thank God yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Ashley Blaze and Amelia Prescott, they came out at 22 and 23, but they were both quickly eliminated by Jesse Jones and Johnny V. Now, Lev, aren't you friends with Amelia and Demi? Aren't you friends with her too? So,
Yep.
what happened?
I think she may have got a little bit caught up in the hype of the
Yeah.
WWH Rumble, and she's going through a few things personally, but I'm pretty sure once she gets it all sorted, she'll be in WH properly, and we're in trouble.
Women
Yeah.
trouble is
When she comes in properly, she is very good at what she does, and there will be a lot of people that will think twice before calling her out or saying she isn't that good, or yeah, she's deadly when she wants to be.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Now, Nick Sanderson entered the Rumble, and Matthews was waiting for him. There's no love lost there, and everybody was just on their feet when those two just started beating the hell out of each other. But as that happened, Equinox came out as number 25, but Ryan Payne and Sanderson quickly eliminated him. Do you think that ever since the loss, do you think that the loss of the international, mentally he just wasn't ready for the Rumble match?
Honestly, since nobody else is talking, here's the deal. Equinox. Oh, if you're listening, here's the deal. You're the Dolph Ziggler WWH. You get it? You figure it out? Like you're there, but you're not there. Can you just wake up? Kid, you got it. The look, the style, the dialogue, it's all there. Can you just package it up and goddamn do it? That's it. That's it. It's all there. I've seen so much talent out of this kid. And when it's there in front of him, he doesn't want it. And then when it's not there, all of a sudden he wants it. Equinox, just fucking do it, kid. You can do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
I agree with JV. I mean, I bigged Equinox up for weeks on end, but it seems that every time it comes to a big match like this, something's missing. He needs to
Shows
rein
like
it
they're
all
in a
in.
glory hole.
Ha ha ha. It needs to he needs to figure out what it is, because he's
Exactly. It's
missing
not
out on a lot of things now.
exactly. A watchtower. This is the real deal. All right.
Okay. All right.
Hey, how many titles you got? Oh, that's right. 10 World Heavyweight Wrestling Championships. Me, I got 11 World Heavyweight Wrestling Championships. That's 11 championship for me, 10 for Lev, 21 all time. That's a big fucking deal. Here's the deal, Equinox. I've won more on accident than you'll ever win on purpose, but here's the real deal. You can do it. You can be it, you can see it, you can accomplish it. You have to feel it first. And if you don't, step the fuck out. It's growing old. The character is fresh. The idea is original. Follow it. Follow it. But if you don't follow it, son, if you don't follow it, you don't believe it, you don't feel it, it's going nowhere. Why do you think Lev has his 10? I got my 11. Because Lev is Lev. I am the real athlete, Johnny V. I am the greatest of all goddamn time. We believe it. We wake up. We know it. We take a piss and it's excellence. We do everything better than everybody else. And when you finally start believing like that, Equinox might be something in WWH. Wake up.
And that's PSA.
Motivational roll call, Watchtower. We're about motivating some bitches around here.
Yeah, that's true. And moving on, let's move on. Zach Vendetta and Robert Saints enter, but they were both quickly eliminated by Johnny V and Ryan Payne. Tio.
Out of curiosity, did Johnny V get the most eliminations in this Rumble?
It looks like it's a tie between him and Jacob Cass, I think.
Oh, good Lord, Jacob Cass. Okay, no problem.
I think I have to recount that, but I've noticed he was throwing people out and Johnny V were throwing people out, and yeah, we'll get the final number on that. But Tio comes in after them, and he just goes after Johnny V, because at that time Johnny V was being destroyed by, I believe, Payne and Stefan Raab. And then they backed away and Johnny V was hurt, and Tio just went all out at him because of the loss, obviously. After that, Naomi Martin entered at number 29. And then the last, but certainly not least, Blackout is number 30. So it was a big showing for Blackout, I will have to say. He did very well. He basically won the demolition stipulation, where if whoever was the last demolition person in the ring, they get a hardcore championship shot.
So, oh yeah, if you want to talk about, like, as my perspective of the Rumble, who was your most improved player? Like, who's the guy that, like, maybe he could do it, maybe he cannot. Like, who's the guy that stood out? Blackout for me is that guy. I mean, I was in there. I was in that ring, getting the shit kicked out of me by like 8 guys. Lev was in the back drinking a Foster's, having a fucking good time. Thanks, bro. But either way,
I was enjoying myself, man. You said to stay back. I stayed back.
I know, you son of a bitch. We're like that. Don't worry about it. I'm just busting balls. But either way, I was in the ring. Blackout, Kid, if you're listening, keep it up. Keep it the fuck up.
And
It was a real deal. It
and
was the
also,
real, as a guy in there with them, real deal. No shit.
but also, JB, weren't you taking some shots from Blackout as well?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
he was beating you
I
up
think
there for a second too.
about the entire Royal Rumble, at least every single person that entered kicked Johnny V once.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Even John Blade, who got kicked out early.
exactly. I took an ass whooping. But guess what? I went to the final 3, 4. I was one of the last some bitches in there, and y'all didn't think I had it in me. You thought the old man put his dentures in the fucking glass to soak in the
We have
brine,
like
and you thought it was all done. And guess what? Papa showed you what the real deal was, didn't he? That's damn right.
So there was
When have I ever doubted what you had it? That you had it?
No, not you, bro. Not you. You and I know. We knew it was just the whole roster. The whole roster. My whole point about the Royal Rumble was letting all you some bitches know. If you want to learn how professional wrestling works, if you want to really understand this business, you come to the two guys that know this business, and that's the real athlete Johnny V and the big man, the Aussie sensation, Big Lev. And that's where it is. Point blank. Everybody else can blow smoke up their ass, talk all they want. When you want to talk about the end game, you talk about old school, and the professors are in signing when needed. End of story.
So let's talk about the eliminations after that. Now that everyone came out, that we only had about maybe 6 or 7 people in the ring. So Stefan Rab, he played a big part. He eliminated Naomi Martin, while Tio eliminated Jesse Jones. But later, a little while after, Tio and Blackout were eliminated by Ryan Payne and Nick Sanderson. I'm sure.
And we want to talk about impressive showings. Let's talk about Jesse Jones' debut in the Rumble, entering number 18 and making it to the final 10.
Yeah, she did a very good job. She did. And also, didn't Isis and Brady, they did a good job as well.
Yep.
They
Demolition
Demolition
was
showed
probably
up.
coming in this Rumble. No one really thought anyone from Demolition had much of a chance, but Demolition came to play and they did really fucking good. Well done, boys and girls.
That is definitely true. It was everyone thought that it was going to be either Jesse Jones or Blackout that were going to be at least the last person in. But who eliminated Jesse Jones? I forgot. But I forgot. Anyway, Tio and Blackout were both eliminated by Nick Sanderson and Ryan Payne. I'm sure Tio was kind of butthurt because he was literally out. Like Nick,
he wasn't butthurt from that.
Okay.
He's like butthurt from Cass did to him earlier when they lost the match. But the fact that he decided that Johnny V eliminates him and now he's going to attack Johnny V? Oh, fuck you, Tio. You've got a war coming your way and it's all your own goddamn fault.
Tio just smiled. Tio was having a wonderful time attacking Johnny V.
Tio used a chair.
Tio came back and was really, really happy and excited.
Like Johnny V, how is your head from that? Like he hit you really hard with that chair.
Yeah, it was bullshit. It's bullshit.
He literally
Here's the end result. I should be heading to goddamn WrestleMania as your future world heavyweight champion of the world. I know I'm not. I know I'm not, sweetheart, because your guy had to cheap shot me and bullshit me out of that shot. Here's the end result. After the Royal Rumble, everybody knows you want to prove yourself in WWH. You come test the man. I proved it once again, and I'll do it every goddamn time. Every 30 days, sweetheart, you come see Papa, and he'll give you 60 minutes of fun. You step in the 20 by 20, and you're asking for pain. That's all there is to it. I am the greatest of all time because I've earned that right. I got eliminated by some bullshit.
Nick is now the greatest of all time. You're not, because you got eliminated.
Let's get
okay. Let's just keep going.
Who has been Nick Sanders' biggest contributor from day one? I'm the guy that saw this guy coming around the corner. You know why?
Yeah, now he's better than you.
Greatest of all time, and you see the challenges ahead of you. You only saw Randy Fields. You only saw Randy Fields. That's why.
Better than you.
I see challenges before they
happen. Who would have lost at the Rumble? Shut up.
I don't care.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna get my title shots back, and I
Wait,
don't
no,
care
wait,
what
wait, wait.
anyone
I'd
says.
like to
I'll
just
go
talk
through
about this for
anyone.
1 second. The pure
Mm.
hypocrisy of the woman in this conversation. You lose by
Yeah.
interference. End of the world, because your brother attacked you. You lost. You didn't really lose. You got attacked.
Yeah.
We lose because we win because your brother helps. We didn't really win. That's not a win. That's not a win. That's not a win.
Yeah.
Johnny V loses
But then
because
that's Tio. That's
your
Tio.
best friend attacks him.
Yeah, but then
That doesn't
that's fair.
that doesn't
That's
matter. He
fair.
lost. Ha ha ha.
That's fair.
That's the
Ah,
hypocrisy of you, Demi May. Fucking
Well,
hypocrisy.
I'm a
Johnny V
hypocrite.
was
Get
screwed.
over it.
You know it.
all right, okay.
I'm a
Now,
hypocrite. Get over it.
okay,
You should have known that by now. I'm a hypocrite.
all right.
Get
Now,
over it.
okay.
The fact
Now,
that he lost the match,
Can
he
we
lost
tone?
the match.
okay.
Let's
Now,
tone this here, Adrian. Before you cut off, I'm just gonna wrap this up. I want everybody to give like their top 5 performers of the Royal Rumble. I'm gonna start it off. Okay, I'm probably gonna give more than 5. I don't give a shit, but I gotta give a shout out. So everybody on the podcast, even you, Watchtower, shout out to those guys that performed beyond the limits
now,
that you
wait.
thought they were capable of for the Royal Rumble.
Okay, hold on. Before we do that, let's just end this recap of the Rumble match because there was something that was very surprising that a lot of people, again, we forget that this was a Memorial Royal Rumble. Chris Matthews lasted almost an hour in the Royal Rumble match itself. He was number 3 and he got eliminated by Nick Sanderson. And Nick Sanderson also eliminated Ryan Payne. Now, what do you guys think is going on in Matthews' mind that once he got eliminated? Like he was dedicating this entire win, or at least this battle, to Ryan Reigns. And then he got eliminated by Nick Sanderson.
I mean, it had to suck. I mean, that's a pain you can't swallow. But to Chris Matthews, you delivered 50 fucking minutes, bro. I mean,
50,
I'm the 60-minute man. I'm the guy that says that regularly. 50 minutes, I know
50,
what it's worth.
50.
Matthews, you honored your friend, and the Rumble showed it. 50 minutes speaks for itself, point
Yeah.
blank.
And then, like I said, Stefan Rab was the guy that eliminated Johnny V after Tio hit him with a chair. So I don't know. I mean, even though
Well
Johnny
done,
V,
Stefan Raab.
yeah, Stefan Rab eliminated Johnny V, but
Well,
Tio
no.
helped. Huh?
I know. I was saying, well
Yeah.
done, Stefan Raab.
All right. Well, I don't know if Johnny V has beef with Stefan Rab because you think like you'd be pissed off at the guy that eliminated you, but obviously,
Well, yeah, but you know what I say to anybody that's got beef with me: if you got beef, eat a pork chop. That's all I can say. I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck to tell you. If you got beef, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Jay Feaster ain't hard to find. Stars on the door. The Jay Feaster. I'm drinking a fucking 6-pack with Lev. We're shooting shots of fucking whiskey. I'm chain smoking. He's telling me to quit, and we go out and we kick ass. So you know where I am.
Yeah, and then the final 2 were Nick Sanderson and Stefan Rab. And again, a lot of people didn't realize that Stefan Rab, he brought it, as Johnny V would say. He brought it. But it wasn't enough to get rid of Sanderson. And Sanderson won the Royal Rumble, and he's now facing Randy Fields at WrestleMania 8 for the world title. There it is. Now, at the end of the Royal Rumble, myself, Riley, Xavier, Drake, and The Rock, we all came out and presented him with a trophy of Ryan Reigns' picture and everything. It was a fucking huge trophy too, and that's it. The Royal Rumble ends with all of us in the ring with Sanderson taking pictures showing that he won the Memorial Royal Rumble match. Overall, it was a really great event. It was sold out. And everyone had fun. Well, at least the winners had fun. There was a lot of press, a lot of promotions going on throughout the week of Cincinnati. So everywhere from radio, posters, everyone was having fun because we were all promoting for this great cause. So I would like to thank these 3 guys for putting up a hell of a show at the Rumble match because this is a great way to kick off 2016 and for WWH overall. Now, as Johnny V said, who were your top 5 wrestlers in the Royal Rumble overall? And Johnny V, you can start.
All right, I'll start it off. I'm probably going to go with 6. But for me, Blackout, bro, killed it, destroyed it. You need to follow that. That was like the demolition superstar that I was like, God damn, like, this guy's got it. This guy's got it. Jacob Cass, obviously Chris Matthews, Stephen Robb, and then in my pecking order, because I fought off with both of them, Sanderson and Ryan Payne. I was in there. So this is a guy that was in the shit. And outside of Chris Matthews, I think I made it the longest. So this is a guy that knows what he's about. That's how I view the whole card.
Okay, Lavinator.
Obviously, top 5. Let's go with. I was really impressed, like I said, with Jessie Jones. Debut match. I think she did really fucking well for the Rumble. Bravo to her. I think Johnny V's got it right. Blackout, standout performance, absolutely amazing. I think Stefan Rab wasn't really one of the names being shouted around as someone that you thought could go far. Ends up running up at the Rumble. Brilliant stuff. I was very impressed with Chris Matthews. It was the Ryan Reigns Memorial. He had to do well. He had to do the best he could. And he went 50 minutes and he honoured his friend's memory. Don't take away the fact you didn't win, Chris. Take away the fact you went 50 fucking minutes in a Rumble. Bravo effort. And Nick Sanderson's the one you've got to go for number 1 because he did so good. Honourable mentions, of course, to my mate right here, the real athlete Johnny V, who came in when no one probably thought he still had it and did really well, and Ryan Payne as well. They did good, but they're my top 5.
Yep. And Demi.
Nick and Jesse, obviously. Blackout as well. He did really well. I liked Blackout. Matthews did really well, and Rob.
Okay. For me, it was. I would do. I guess I'll go to the JV route. I'll say 6. Brady was a good was one that a lot of people didn't realize. He's my number 6.
I like him.
Jesse Jones was the number 5. Actually, I say that's a tie between Jesse Jones. No, a tie between Brady and Isis Payne because it was her debut match as well, and she also proved that she's there to fight. So that's a tie. Number 5 is Jesse Jones. Number 4, it would have to be Ryan Payne. Number 3, Stefan Rab. 2, surprisingly, it was Johnny V. And number 1, Nick Sanderson. He like that. Everybody brought it, like no joke. And again, it was all for a good cause. But people kind of forgot that it was for a good cause. But that's what happens when you talk about Royal Rumble, title shot, WrestleMania, and then you add on to the Memorial. So yeah, 3 big things going on in just one match. That speaks for itself. So now, where do we go from here? As a lot of people would question.
Well, where do we go from here to the guy that the real athlete's been promoting for fucking weeks on the podcast, Nick Sanderson? And I know he's not liked the smoke I've blown up his ass, and a lot of the roster doesn't like it either. But guess what, folks? He's in prime position to headline WrestleMania against the world heavyweight champion. Hate to say I told you so. Hate to say I told you so, but here's the reality.
You don't hate to say it.
Got it. I don't hate to say it. Big Lev, you and I know we're championship pedigree. Tell me this kid doesn't have the look.
He does. This is where it's going to go right now for Randy Fields. Demi May was a tough challenge. We've given her shit all night, but Demi May is a fucking great wrestler, and she's been pushing Randy Fields to his limit for the past 3 weeks. Now he's got Demi May in the rearview mirror. He's looking.
If anyone can outdo me,
Nick Sanderson.
Can outdo me in taking on Randy Fields, it'll be Nick Sanderson. I'll give him his props.
Randy has to have a plan because he can't beat Nick Sanderson 1-on-1. I'm saying it right now. He can't. Nick Sanderson is too good. One-on-one, Randy's going to get his ass kicked. So
Oh.
Randy has to have a plan.
Now, here's a good question. Let's here's a good question before sorry to cut you off, but let's throw a what if question here. What if Stefan Raab, because he was the runner up, what if he won the Royal Rumble?
Didn't Rob say if he won the Rumble, he was going to be GM of Showdown for 1 week?
Oh yeah,
that's what he wanted.
Yeah, but do you think that with him being runner up, that may possibly tempt him to come back as a wrestler?
I'd certainly hope so.
It might give him the itch to come back as a wrestler.
Okay. But let's just talk about what's going on. Let's just go like a quick overview. Obviously, there's bad blood between Bullet Club and Old School. I'm sure that's not the end of it. There's bad blood between Demi and now Xavier and Cole. In Colby's
Colby's by my side with that.
I know,
and also Tio's fuming and wants to kill Xavier. He already killed Colby once. He'll kill Xavier.
Okay, and then you have Nick Sanderson and Randy Fields now, going to WrestleMania, but also at the Royal Rumble, it seems Matthews is not happy with Sanderson. I've been hearing rumblings that they may want to face each other now, because of it. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, since Blackout won the hardcore stipulation, he and Caleb will be going at it. We're trying to decide either at Road to WrestleMania event or at WrestleMania itself. And then the Bombshells title, that's, like I said earlier, that's being decided in a tournament where each winner, there's going to be 4 matches. Each winner will get a spot in the 5 Bombshell ladder match at the Road to WrestleMania event. So Morgan McGinn will be defending her Bombshells championship at Road to WrestleMania against 4 other Bombshells from Demolition. So she's going to be watching big time. And then since Ashley Renee is the new international champion, Ryan Payne is pissed about that. So he took his anger out on her. And now we'll see what happens on Showdown this week from Payne and possibly Ashley if she's still strong enough to show up. Also, Demi, even though you vacated it or sacrificed it, as you say, are you still tempted to go after the international championship?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I'm tempted to go back after it.
Okay, so there's that. There's temptations of that.
It's calling me back. The sacrifice didn't go so well, so now it's calling me back.
Okay, so there's that. And then you have Fields. I guess he's now taking a little vacation. I doubt he's going to be here on Showdown this week.
Yeah, he turns my brother and then takes a vacation, so I can't have it out with him.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on, and a lot of good things and bad things, depending on how you look at it. But in the end, shit's happening. But I say we should just end it right there, guys. What do you guys think? Or is there any last comments that you guys want to make?
Adrian, I need you to do me a favor. Okay, I need a coffin made. How tall's Tio again? We've got to get one custom fit for him.
He's 5'7".
There you go, 5'7" coffin, just wide enough to fit Tio's mangled body when me and JV get through with it.
Okay.
He'll love his present. It means that he can sit there in our little graveyard. I have one, and he'll be very pleased if he gets one.
Okay.
Don't worry. We have a mortuary that's gonna put the fucking makeup on him and the blush.
Oh no!
And the
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I can do that.
Put the blonde curls in his hair. We'll make him look pretty when we stuff his ass in a casket. That's what we'll do. Old School is your new WWH World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions of the World. How you like them apples? If you thought we were bad,
can I just give you one hint?
Worse.
Can I just give you one hint? Demi May is part of Bullet Club.
Demi May is going for the international. Anytime
Demi
Demi
May
May
is
wants to
Demi
the world
May run.
heavyweight
Demi
tag
May
team
runs
champion of the
Bullet Club.
world, Lev, give it to her.
Mhm.
Lev, give it to
Demi May runs Bullet Club. You are not keeping those belts.
her. Good deal. Johnny V doesn't run old school.
I
Lev,
managed my
we're just here
brothers
to
to
teach
tag
all
team
you young
gold.
some bitches the
I will make
business of
sure Bullet Club
professional
get that gold back.
Oh.
Whether I have to go through you or Lev, I don't care. I will get that gold back around Bullet
Talk, just like a fucking woman. You can bring anyone. You can bring Demi May. You can bring T.O. Jacobson. You can bring Jacob Cass, Jake Gordon. You can bring the entire 51st Battalion. The tag team champions are Johnny V and Levinator. We are old school. We're not going
until the
anywhere, and you
rematch.
can't beat us.
Oh.
I can
boy.
beat you, and we will beat you. End of.
Okay. And on that note, I would like to thank Levinator, Johnny V, Demi May, and I would like to thank all of you for listening or even watching on YouTube and Facebook and listening on Twitter if you even have that. But let's just call it a night, and we will see everybody on Showdown. And make sure to follow us, subscribe to us, add to us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube on WWH Fed. Make sure to follow all these three, and make sure to watch them on Showdown because that is the show to be at. As much as we're pushing
It's where
demolition.
the big boys play. Come get it.
Yeah. So on that note, we will talk to you on the next episode of WH Podcast, and make sure to check out Showdown. Make sure to check out Demolition, and the Road to WrestleMania card should be going up possibly this week or next week. Still haven't decided yet, but yeah, make sure to listen. And like I said,
Like, subscribe, and enjoy, and shut the fuck up. There we go.
Yeah.
See you next week.
See you guys
Bye.
next episode.